Present perfect. I have done. Part 2. Study this example conversation. Dave.
Have you traveled a lot, Jane?
Yes, I've been to 47 different countries.
Really? Have you ever been to China?
Yes, I visited China twice.
What about India?
No, I've never been to India. So, when we talk about the period of time that continues up to the present, we use the present perfect. Jane and Dave are talking about the places Jane has visited in her life, which is a period continuing up to the present. And here are some more examples. Have you read Hamlet? No, I haven't read any of Shakespeare's plays. How many times have you been to the United States? Susan really loves that movie. She's seen it 8 times. Carlos has lived in Argentina all his life, or Carlos has always lived in Argentina. We often use ever and never with the present perfect. Have you ever eaten caviar? We have never had a car. So, we often use the present perfect after a superlative. What a boring movie! It's the most boring movie I've ever seen. You have to use the present perfect with this is the first time. So, this is the first time, or it's the first time. Study this example situation. Ron is driving a car. He is very nervous and unsure because it's his first time behind the wheel of a car. You can say, this is the first time he has driven a car, not drives. Or he has never driven a car before. Here are some more examples. Katie has lost her passport again. It's the second time she has lost it. Is this the first time you've been in the hospital? So, use the present perfect to say that you have never done something or that you haven't done something during a period of time that continues up to the present. I have never smoked. I haven't smoked for 3 years, not I don't smoke for. I haven't smoked for 3 years. I haven't smoked since September, not I don't smoke since. Jill hasn't written to me for nearly a month. Jill has never driven a car. And yet some exercises. You are asking someone about things she has done in her life. Use the words in parentheses to make your questions. Example, you ever been to China? Have you ever been to China? You ever been to South America? Have you ever been to South America? You read any English novels? Have you read any English novels? You live in this town all your life? Have you lived in this town all your life? How many times you been in love? How many times have you been in love? What's the most beautiful country you ever visit? What's the most beautiful country you have ever visited? You ever speak to a famous person? Have you ever spoken to a famous person? Complete the answers to these questions. Use the verb in parentheses. Example, is it a beautiful painting? Yes, it's the most beautiful painting I've ever seen. Is it a good movie? Yes, it's the best movie I ever seen. Is it a long book? Yes, it's the longest book I ever read. Is she an interesting person? Yes, she's the most interesting person I ever meet. Write questions and answers as shown in the example. Example, Jake is driving a car but he's very nervous and not sure what to do. Is this the first time you've driven a car? Yes, I've never driven a car before. Len is playing tennis. He's not very good and doesn't know the rules. You ask, is this the first time you've played? Len, yes, I've never played tennis before. Sue is riding a horse. She doesn't look very confident or comfortable. You ask, is this the first time you've ridden a horse? Sue, yes, I've never ridden a horse before. Maria is in Canada. She's just arrived and it's very new to here. Is this the first time you've been in Canada? Maria, yes, I've never been in Canada before. And here, answer these questions using the words in parentheses. Example, when did you last smoke? For 2 years. I haven't smoked for 2 years. When did it last rain? It hasn't rained for ages. When did they last visit you? They haven't visited me since June. When did you last play tennis? I haven't played tennis for a long time. When did you last eat caviar? I never have eaten caviar. When did you last drive? I haven't driven for 6 months. When did you last go to Puerto Rico? I never have gone to Puerto Rico. When did she last write to you? Since last summer. She hasn't written to me since last summer.